So this tutorial is for construction project 1 in geometry. Our goal is to copy an angle. So to do so, you'll go to the completion page for the project, which is just titled construction project 1, copy an angle. That link will be included above this video on the submission page. And then to get to the tool where we're going to create or copy the angle, you're going to scroll down. And then you're going to click on Technology, Construction, Copy an Angle, and then click the plus sign so that it opens up. And then it should look like this, and you're just going to leave it as is. If it doesn't look like this, refresh your page and go through those steps again, because it should look like this. Okay, so step 1, our goal for this activity is to copy this angle. And of course you can pause, rewind if you miss a step or anything like that. So we want to kind of create an angle exactly the same size as this one that's already here. All right, so step 1, I'm gonna go down here. So in order to copy angle A, the first step is to draw a new ray. So choose the ray tool, which that's the 4th button at the top. And then we're gonna create a ray that does not intersect with the angle that's already on our screen. So to do that, I'm gonna click somewhere in this area, and then I'm gonna draw my ray kind of going like in the opposite direction of the angle that's already there, because I do not want it to cross into this angle. So I like this one. And then again, one more time, I did that by clicking the ray tool, that's the 4th button at the top. And then I clicked right here. And then I clicked in a direction that was kind of going away from the angle that I already had. And then I want those 2 points that popped up on my ray to have labels just like A, B, and C do. So to do that, I'll click on the show/hide label button. That's like the double A button at the top. And then I'll click on each one of those points. So point D, point E. And then you do not want to click done here just because we're done with step 1. Really at no point will you click done. So you don't ever need to click it. It kind of messes things up if you do. So step 2. Next we're going to construct circle A. So we're going to click on circle with center through point, click on vertex A, and then we're going to click somewhere on ray AB, which is this one right here in between point A and point B. So the circle with center through point is the 5th button at the top. And then we click on point A, and then we click somewhere on ray AB, and it needs to be in between point A and point B. It doesn't have to be like perfectly in the middle, but it does need to be in between the 2 points. And then now we want that new point that we clicked to, or created to pop up with a label. So this point right here. So I'll click the show/hide label button, the double A button at the top, and then click on that point, and you should see point F pop up. And then the next part of step 2, it says the circle intersects angle A twice, and we need to define the intersection point on ray AC. So we can see point F is where circle A intersects with ray AB. And then for where it intersects with ray AC, that's like about right here, but we don't have a point there. We want it to pop up. So to get it to pop up, we would click the intersect tool, which is the 3rd button at the top. And then I click anywhere on circle A. And then I click anywhere on ray AC, and a little black dot popped up for where that intersection point is. So I clicked the intersect tool, I clicked on circle A, and then I clicked on ray AC, and that popped up. And then now I want the label to pop up as well, like the letter label for that point. So to do that, I'll click on the show/hide label, and then I'll click on this point right here, and then point G will pop up. And then moving down to step 3. Next we want to copy circle A, so create a circle with the same exact size and then center around point D. So to do that, we'll choose the compass tool, so that is the red circle at the top, like the 6th button. And then once we do that, we're going to have 3 clicks. So we'll click on point A and then click on point F, and that's going to help us create our copycat circle. And then we want that new circle to be centered around point D, so that'll be our 3rd click. So compass, and then we'll click on point A, click on point F, that creates a circle of the same size. But I want my new circle to be centered around point D, so my next click will be on point D. So we click compass, click point A, click point F, click point D. And then next we want to have another intersection point pop up. So choose the intersect tool. We want to click on circle D, that new circle we just created, along with ray DE, which is that ray that we created in the beginning. So the intersect tool is the 3rd button at the top, and then we click on circle D anywhere on it. And then we click anywhere on ray DE, and you can see the little intersection point popped up there, and then we want to get the label for that. So I'll go up to the show/hide label button, the double A button at the top, and then I'll click back on that point, and you should see point H pop up. And then if your circles look like mine and they're like taking up the whole screen and it's kind of bothering you, you can zoom out. So to zoom out, you would click on the magnifying glass with like little minus sign or negative sign. And then once you click that, you would click somewhere on the screen and it should zoom out a bit if you want to. You don't have to. And then for step 4, next construct a circle at H with a radius equal to FG. So we want the new circle to be centered around H. We want the length of the radius of the new circle to be the same as the distance between F and G, so this distance right here. So to do that, we're going to click on the compass tool, which is the red circle 6 button at the top. And then we click on point F and we click on point G, and that's what gives us a circle with that correct radius size. And we want that new circle to be centered around point H, so my next click is going to be on point H. So compass tool, red circle, click on point F, click on point G, and then click on point H. And then circle H, which is that new circle we just created, intersects with circle D, that second one we created, at 2 points. So we want to get those 2 points. So you could see like circle H is right here, and it intersects with circle D right here. Mine is like kind of a little bit close, I would say, for where, actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I zoomed back in, but we want to get the intersection points between circle H and circle D. So it looks like about right here and about right here. I know there's a whole lot of overlapping going right now, but it's okay. So to get those intersection points, we'll click on the intersect tool, the third button at the top, and then I click on circle H anywhere on it, and then I click on circle D anywhere on it, and then the 2 little intersection points popped up right here and right here. And then of course we want to get the labels for those points, like the letters, so we click on show/hide label, that's like the double A button at the top. And then I'm going to click right here, and it's going to give me a little J. Click down here, it's going to give me a little I. Yours might be switched. Every time I do this, it like kind of switches the order. So if like mine is J on top and I on bottom, if yours is I on top and J on bottom, that's fine. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, so step 5, next construct angle IDE or EDI, that order doesn't matter. So to do so, we'll choose the ray tool, that's the 4th button at the top. And then we'll click on point D, and then we're gonna click on, you can really click on point I or point J. For the sake of consistency, like I said, sometimes when I do this, or more times than not when I do this, the I ends up here. So I'm gonna say instead of clicking on point J, once you click instead of clicking on point I, I'm gonna click on point D, and then we're gonna click up here. It's either gonna be an I or a J, but I want you to do the one on top. So not the one down here. Again, either I or J, but whichever one's up top up here. And then now we've created a new angle right here. Mine is EDJ. Yours could be EDJ or EDI. That doesn't matter. It could be either one, but it should look kind of similar, just like a little bit in a different position than angle A. And now we just want to verify that it's the same measurement as angle A. So to do that, we'll click on the angle tool. And sometimes depending on the order that you go in, we may have to do this step twice. So do the angle tool, and then we'll click on the 3 points that are on our angle. So point E for sure, point D for sure, and then either point J or point I, whichever one was up here. And then when I make that third click, you can see a little 45 degrees pops up, and it's the same as the 45 degrees for point A, which means we've copied the angle correctly. If you don't get a 45, if you get like a really big number, it just means that you need to switch the order you clicked on things. So like for example, let's say I have my angle tool and I went in reverse order, I went J or I, D, E. It gives me like a 315, and that's because it went like the backwards way around the angle, and so we just want the internal measurement, not the external one. So if that ended up happening for you, you just need to go through it in the reverse order of what you did initially. So for mine, it'll be E, D, and then like I said, J or I, whatever letter you have right here. And then that's the 45 degrees. And then the last thing we need to do is just move our angles a bit to make sure that they stay like the same exact measurement. So to do that, we're going to click the move tool, and then we're going to click on point C. So this point up here. And then you can see if I drag it like to the left, the angles get bigger, but they are matching. So this is like 105, 105, 133.2, 133.2, they're exactly the same. I know the one is kind of cut off on the lower one, but you can see they're growing or shrinking together. I can make them smaller, so like 28 and 28. And once you do that and you verify that they stay the same the whole time, this is what you need to submit. So you would take a screenshot of this page. You could just do it like just this square, or you could do a full page if you want to. But I've included like how to take a screenshot on a Chromebook here. So on a Chromebook, you hit the control button, which is in the lower left corner. And then this little button up here above the 6 is what lets you take a screenshot. If you're on a like Apple device, I think it's Command and then Shift and then 4, I believe. Command Shift and then the number 4. If you can't figure out how to take a screenshot, but if your phone handy or a phone handy, you could take a clear picture of this and then email it to yourself and upload it to the page. But the important thing is if you can't take a screenshot, don't refresh your page. Because if you refresh your page, this will disappear. Your work will disappear. And so you need to make sure that you're able to get a picture before that happens. And if you have any issues with it, just like open a new tab and send me a message in Canvas so that I can help.